Hello everyone, this is Erica from the Lotus Connection and welcome to your twin flame reading for the month of December. I do have to apologize. I know for the month of November I did not do a twin flame reading, and it has to do with the fact that I was going through a lot and still am, but I'm feeling a lot better lately, so I thought to do an update. But in the month of November it was pretty impossible for me to really connect with the collective twin flame energies. So we're gonna start doing them from now on. Hopefully, if I do have any issues, we won't be updating. So this is a generalized reading. So this may or may not resonate with each and every single one of you, and that's okay. It's not meant to. The twin flame journey is very specific and very unique to each and every one of you. So things that I may talk about may not necessarily even apply to your situation, and I could be picking up energies of a different twin flame set, somebody who, because we're not doing a personalized reading, we're doing a general collective, okay? So just keep that in mind, especially in the comments. Let's try to keep it positive if we can. In the other thing is I do tend to swear, so if that's something that bothers you, you may just want to stop the reading right now. When I talk about divine masculine energies, it could be male or female. We're just talking about an energy, okay? And so I may be utilizing the pronoun they, them, and their. For the divine feminine, I may use we because I also identify as the divine feminine in my own connection. The divine masculine typically is the unawakened twin. This is the individual who's running from the connection. The divine feminine is male or female, and they are awakened to the connection, and they're the chasers, all right? Wanting to really work on the relationship and go after the other individual that shares our soul and mirrors back to us. So I may be using we, otherwise I'll be utilizing they, them, their. I'll try to make it as cohesive as possible. There is a lot of messages that Spirit does want to provide. Mostly there's a reiteration about healing, and that message will come through. I do have my laptop here just because I did write my messages. I was driving in the car and I was getting downloads, which is weird. But usually when I drive, I really zone out, and I was just getting a huge download. So I ended up talking it out loud, but my thoughts were all jumbled. So because everything was coming in so fast, so I had to literally take some time to write it out. So I'm gonna start right now. I do have a 3-year-old, as you can probably hear right now, wanting a cupcake. So sometimes I may have to stop the reading. If I do, I try to make it as cohesive as possible. A lot of you guys know I'm a single mom with an active 3-year-old who wants to give me hugs and talk to me and all sorts of things. It's great, but I know it can at times be a little bit annoying, so I appreciate your patience here. All right, so let's get into this. So energetically for the divine feminine, I know that I'm not the only one. The energies have been very heavy, very intense, especially during obviously Venus retrograde, but also in this Mercury retrograde period. The divine feminine's feeling quite exhausted at this time, wanting to take a break, needing to relax, needing to just breathe, to balance at this point. The divine feminine has been feeling energies that they know are not theirs, which is extremely draining, and these emotions that are coming in are of a low vibrational state. I feel like a lot of divine feminines at this point are really wanting to let the connection go or have attempted to move on. Some divine feminines are even doubting at this time if who they perceive their divine their divine masculine to be is truly their divine masculine, if they're truly their twin flame counterpart at this point. These intense feelings have been coming up for the divine feminine. It's just been really so intense that they're wanting to let the connection go, and they're doubting. For those divine feminines who are doubting the connection or needing more inspiration to continue the healing journey, the universe has been really sending support and sending signs for clarification. So some of these signs that you may be experiencing divine feminine could be angel numbers. So 111, 1111, 222, 333, 444, 555. You get the hint. We also have spirit animals or animal totems, relevant songs that maybe you guys shared, shooting stars, memories, synchronicities. Maybe you've seen this person out and about somewhere. Maybe people that look like that person. Maybe this person's name is repeating constantly, maybe a unique name. But anyway, this is the universe really showing up for support for the divine feminine, and it is continuing to provide support. In many different ways, in fact, in dreams. So I'll give you an example. And the reason why I'm giving this example is because I think this will be helpful for the energies, for the collective, those divine feminines who are feeling very overwhelmed, overburdened by the connection, wanting to let it go, feeling very low deep down. So the other night I went to sleep and I had told myself I want to remember my dreams because I've been having some difficulties. So I ended up doing a meditation and set the intention I want to remember my dreams. So I went to sleep. And I had a dream that my divine masculine, who we already have a child with, that's why I'm a single mom. We have a child together, but in my dream I was having an additional child. And the additional child was going to be a girl. I don't think that really matters, but and this child I was going to name Peridot, which is bizarre because I wouldn't name my child after crystals, but worse things have happened. So I got out of this dream. I woke up the next morning and I started really thinking about it and understanding where my energies have been the night and the few days before. And it was brutal. I couldn't get out of the bed. I was very irritable, very depressed. Some really bad thoughts were coming into my brain, but they weren't mine, because previous to that I was like happy-go-lucky, like having fun conversations. Like this energy just kind of came out of nowhere. So the reason why Peridot came out is because Peridot, the stone, which I have here in my hand, and it's very small. I can only find small little crystals at my local shop. I can't find bigger ones. It's sort of a semi-precious stone. And I don't even know if it's like zooming in, but this small little stone here is Peridot. And the reason why it's actually really extremely important during this time frame is because this is a very cheerful and uplifting stone, especially when you use it in your environment. It's kind of gives you some sort of feng shui boost, okay? This also can promote abundance, prosperity, and happiness within the home. But it's also, when you work with this stone, if you set the intention, if you place it on the southeast or east corner of the home, it actually can provide really positive vibes, bring wealth or well-being into your life. But this is about, it's supposed to be a really loving stone, a protecting of the heart, allowing you to fall in love with whimsical abandon. It's like a goddess energy, and channeling your free spirit. So if you meditate with this, it's going to help you with, it's going to be like your spiritual cheerleader. It's a perfect companion to help you. It's supposed to really bring in this feeling of very effervescence, joy, happiness. And I feel like at this point in time, we need this stone, okay? If this is going to fucking make me a cheerleader, happy-go-lucky, I'm all about it, okay? You'll also want to meditate you can do a meditation with the Peridot. You can put this in on your heart chakra, you can buy a few more chips of these. Yeah, so you can buy a few of these chips, and in your meditation you can actually put this towards your heart chakra or on your heart chakra to clear out those toxic emotions that you feel, okay? And allowing your spirit to open up to love and to heal. All right, so, and this also supports the solar plex chakra as well, and it also helps clear mental blocks. So if you're finding your divine masculine may have some mental blocks, you could actually meditate on this stone to help promote healing as well. So again, really good energy. I may do a blog post or an article of the common stones that twin flames can utilize and what they mean. But anyway, I was kind of pretty much inspired to tell you guys this because I feel like a lot of you guys can benefit from that stone. For the divine feminines that are seeing the angel number 555, the universe is sending out a message that life-changing shifts are being made at this time. Either your divine masculine is still going through their tower moment, or they're coming out of their tower moment, and this is where shifts in their perspective will be happening. The current energy still show me that telepathy between divine feminines and the divine masculines are still very prevalent at this time frame. I feel like when the divine masculine's going through a sleepless night, the divine feminine's going through a sleepless night, and vice versa. I feel like there's a lot of telepathy, wow, really crossing with the twin flame connections at this point in time. Some divine masculines are telepathically communicating to their divine feminine how sorry they have been and how sorry they are, and trying to seek comfort for their divine feminines, only to find that some of the divine feminines have actually left and they're not being responsive. There are some divine feminines who are hearing their divine masculines call and are coming to them either through astral projection or in this telepathic communication to really try to soothe this, but it's causing a chasing aspect again, and the divine masculine may be retreating, and it's sort of delaying reunion at this point. I also feel like there are arguments happening between the divine masculine and the divine feminine either telepathically, or if you guys are in communication in the 3D, I feel like there's some arguments that are ensuing. It's kind of like the divine masculine's really trying to get their point across, and the divine feminine's like blah, 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 about it, you know, because we're feeling hurt. We're feeling hurt, you know, and it's kind of like, I think there's just some sort of power struggle right now. And this may have already happened or is in the process of happening, especially because of this Mercury retrograde time frame. But I feel like for many of you, if this is part of your scenario, the arguments, I feel like it was definitely happening more during Mercury retrograde and just kind of tapering towards the end of it at this point. In addition, I feel like the divine masculine and divine feminine are united in the 5D dimensions, and both divine masculine and divine feminine are getting images, dreams, feelings, etc. regarding their time in this 5D reunion, and it feels great. And for the first time, the divine masculines are getting signs from the universe, and as these signs become more and more prominent, they're becoming extremely emotional, and it's triggering a purging effect for them. Due to this realization from the divine masculine, the divine feminine could have been feeling or is feeling or will be feeling quite emotional themselves, unable to understand why, since this energy is not theirs, especially all of a sudden when we've, you know, in past energies, we've been trying to regain power within ourselves. We've been really looking within, you know, and trying to do the work, and we've been confident and owning our power, stepping into our power. And, you know, we've been thinking that we've been healing, but all of a sudden we've become really depressed, really low, very guilty, very heavy emotions, and they're coming out of the blue. And I feel like, well, I'll get to why I feel that way, but the energies between the karmic and the divine masculine are also coming to an end. And I feel like that's I feel like the divine feminine is also able to feel this radical shift at this point that's occurring within the divine masculine. So for some divine feminines, they could be very hopeful that they're going to be getting communication if they haven't been in communication, or that reunion's going to happen, but then nothing happens. And so there's a state of frustration again, and resentment and impatience. And it's just constantly doing this triggering effect, especially the wave of unwanted emotional triggers that have been coming up for the divine feminine recently due to the divine masculine. And this may be why the divine feminines feel they really need to walk away from the connection, because these emotional triggers have just been extremely brutal. This is because the divine masculine is starting their healing process at this point in time. They've gone through their tower moment, and they're purging that which no longer serves them. And the divine masculine at this time is being asked to really assess themselves at this very moment, which is bringing a lot of negative energies to the surface, such as resentment, anger towards themselves, feelings of hopelessness and being alone. And these feelings that are coming up are really triggering that divine feminine when we thought we've cleared away the triggers and the blockages keeping us from reunion. But these emotional responses, the wave that's being initiated by the divine masculine's awakening, has caused us to really think if we've really done all of our healing. And the divine feminine is really needing to heal this energy, not just for themselves, but for the divine masculine as well. And I know a lot of you guys are like, well, fuck the divine masculine, because, you know, they need to step into their power and they need to stop doing this, that, and the other. You have to understand the divine masculines isn't awakened like you are. They don't know what the connection is. So for all they know, you're just another ex, okay, that they may feel a bond to or whatever, but that's all they feel. But for you, it's like, you know the connection, you know what it is. And it's not that it has to be a painful journey, but we make it painful because we haven't truly looked within ourselves. We have to understand that the divine masculine is literally our other soul. So all the shit that's happening, you know, our divine masculine not being in separation, is because of us, because we have yet to heal. And it's hard for us sometimes to let go of the insecurity, to let go of the fear, to let go of the pain from the childhood. Sometimes there are things that we've healed, but we don't know that it's impacted us in an ancestral level, you know, or a past life level that we need to clear out karmatic baggages. So there's a lot holding us back. Now, a personal reading can really look into that for you, and that's something I do offer if you are interested. But otherwise, I mean, you could always do meditations, you know, to really help you. But again, the divine feminine is really needing to heal this energy, and it's because the divine masculine now is attempting to do the work, and they're being awakened to the connection, what they have done, what they've been putting you through. Not sure how to move forward. There is this confusion that they're experiencing, because even though they're kind of quote unquote awakened to the connection, what I meant by that is that they're awakening to what it is that they've done to you, okay? And it's causing them confusion because these may have been things that they weren't experiencing before, and now all of a sudden it's coming out of the woodwork. But believe it or not, this confusion is being perpetuated by the divine feminine and the fact that they are uncertain what it is that they actually want to do moving forward in the connection. So the divine feminine is confused whether or not they want to continue to keep moving forward in this connection. They have been doubting. Because the divine feminine has been doubting, this doubt has created uncertainty, doubt, and lack of confidence in the divine masculine. So it's a great time right now for the divine feminine to really process this hurt and really become decisive to what it is that that you guys truly want, what is in your heart's desire. Once we narrow it down and hone it in, once we focus on what it is that we want, physical reunion can happen that much faster than we ever could have imagined. But the healing needs to be done. You, the divine feminine, set the pathway for healing for your divine masculine, so that each of you do your own part. But because the divine feminine is way more evolved in this awakening process, they're the individual who ignites the whole reunion process. This whole physical reunion starts with the divine feminine. It has always been about the divine feminine. It is the divine feminine's job to work on themselves and to heal within, because again, the divine masculine is a true mirror of the divine feminine soul. Some of you guys could have been in reunion before. In and out of reunion is a constant thing for you guys, and it signifies issues that have not been worked on or resolved. This is why the divine feminine is feeling these negative emotions lately, because there's a false sense of healing. I feel that there was this false sense of, oh, well, I got this. I no longer feel this way anymore. I've probably healed everything. I'm truly ready for reunion. But we truly haven't healed those deeper inner wounds. We haven't healed those deep inner wounds and confronted that. So that's what's truly keeping us from separation, because it continues to keep perpetuating into further delays, further frustration, further separation. Some of you guys are in no contact whatsoever, and we have to look at what it is that you are fearing. A lot of divine feminines are fearing that the connection will never be again and that they need to give up and move on. It's not necessarily about giving up, but it's about letting go of how it's supposed to be, when it's supposed to be, when it's supposed to happen, who's going to contact who do we not have to worry. We don't have to worry about the small details, but rather the bigger picture. We need to focus in on, is this what we truly want? Because we do have free will. We can choose to continue to heal and go through the twin journey process, or we can say, fuck it, I want to settle down with a soulmate connection, and that's perfectly fine. But what we want is reunion in the connection. What we want to have, we want this so badly, but we need to look at our fears. Once we bring our fears to the surface, we need to acknowledge them, accept them, process them, and let them go. And once we can do this, it opens up a pathway for the divine masculine to continue to keep doing their work that they need to continue doing in order for physical reunion to happen. The universe is sending you signs, divine feminine, in order to ensure that you continue to believe in the connection and make you feel safe and secure, so that you know to continue to do your healing work. Some of you need to let go and move on, but it doesn't mean that you will never come into reunion with your divine masculine. It just means that you need to stop replaying the same storyline over and over, really reliving the experience of how separation occurred. It means that it's for the time being, there are experiences that you need to go through and experiences that you need to learn from. The divine masculine, divine feminine both have karmic partners, situations that each of you needs to go through. And by going through those experiences, it helps us become stronger and for us to also have a fresh new perspective on life. So while sometimes we know the divine masculine is in a karmatic relationship, and as much as it may cause us pain, the thing of it is that they need to go through that experience, because without this experience, they may not have the epiphany that they need in order to repair the connection. The experiences that the divine masculine will learn will help them be a better partner in reunion. All things that were issues in your original relationship with your divine masculine are being worked through now with these karmatics. The divine masculine is very much in their thoughts and feelings, and they are rehearsing what they're going to say, how they're going to do it. When reaching out to their divine masculines, they're in a lot of anxiety. And due to this, they're really psyching themselves out and remaining closed off. A lot of them are fearing at this time the divine feminine would not be so receptive towards their apologies, their messages of love, because of how much they've hurt the divine feminine. And in turn, they've hurt themselves. So right now, I feel like they're processing all the info, processing the things that they've done, processing how the relationship was in the past and how they played a role in the destruction of the relationship. And I feel like they're trying to learn to work on this aspect of themselves and their shadow selves at this time frame. So yeah, I feel like they're learning to work on this aspect of themselves and their shadow selves at this time. And I feel like they've never felt this intensity before. And they're really fearing it. And they're kind of like using little kid gloves, being very cautious. And I was being shown a kitten and being told that the kitten was this relationship, a very fragile kitten that's been taken away from its mother way too soon. And the masculine's being given this kitty, this kitten that's super fragile. And the divine masculine's realizing that they need to nurture this kitten and bring it to health. And the kitten is the relationship. The relationship at this point is feeble. And they realize that they never nurtured this relationship. It's like this kitten is either dead or close to dead, and the divine masculine has to resuscitate because the divine masculine has not paid attention to it, has not fed it, has not bathed it, has not loved it. The divine masculine has neglected the connection with their divine feminine, and it is slowly dying. And they're feeling that their divine feminine's walking away, and this is what's triggering this healing process and reflection period, because they're realizing that the people they have had in their lives that they wanted in their lives, despite it being toxic, despite it being codependent energy, they're realizing those individuals have been serving them falsehoods, false illusions. They were fake prophets. Basically, the divine masculine is realizing they have been worshiping a false prophet, a false god or goddess, depending on how you resonate. Okay, depending on how they resonate, rather. If they're in a same-sex relationship or not, or if they're heterosexual, whatever it is, there was some karmic partner that they thought was the right person for them. And they're realizing very fast that nope, it's not. And they're realizing this more and more and more. And they're being brought memories of how you two met. Memories that they cherish. You're very so much heavily on their minds, divine feminine, right now, just as heavily as they have been on yours. For some divine feminines, there has been some sort of obsessive thought process regarding the divine masculine, and this is because the divine masculine has been pretty obsessive over the divine feminine. I wouldn't be surprised at this point if the divine masculine has been secretly spying or looking at your social media profile, going through mutual friends to figure out what the hell has been going on with you, especially if there's been no communication. Lots of ego issues from past relationships, childhood, possibly past lives. All these negative energies are coming to the surface as it's reaching the boiling point for the divine masculine right now. And it's really, really urging them to work on themselves. And for some, this healing for the divine masculine comes from going to therapy, rehab, cutting loose ends to the individuals that no longer serve them. For some, this could be leaving jobs that has exhausted them, didn't give them the time to recuperate themselves. It could be drugs, alcoholism, gambling. A lot of divine masculines are getting away from things that have clouded their judgment and the way they perceive things. These things could be, like I mentioned, substances, negative energies such as karmic experiences, parents, friends, lovers, addictions to social media, gambling, alcoholism. All these issues are being worked on now. And the divine feminine is really seeing this, really feeling it. They're getting these energies, it's not theirs, and they're trying to process and help. It's almost like the divine masculine's realizing the divine feminine isn't in his or her life, and therefore they're reaching out in this negative vibration for the divine feminine's help. It's almost like they're sending out this call, but the divine feminine's not picking up, especially energetically. And it's almost like, hey, I'm doing the healing work, I do miss you, but I can't do this alone, I need your help. And you are right. And I was getting you are right. The divine feminine is realizing the divine feminine was truly right since day one. Since day one, the divine feminine has truly fought for this relationship, been so persevering towards this connection, and now has suddenly pulled away from the divine masculine for the very first time. The divine masculine can feel this energy being less and less than before, and it's causing a much larger reaction, a tower moment. The divine feminine was so focused on how to bring back reunion at one point, with the divine masculine having obsessive thinking and wanting that was creating more lack and allowing the divine masculine to continue to keep doing whatever it is that they wanted to do. But now that the divine feminine, there's been a large realization and a huge shift, especially with the divine feminine collective, that they've learned that they must show themselves self-love and self-care. And at this point, the divine masculine's ego is on high alert and having a crisis moment. And as these feelings emerge to the surface, the divine masculine is having to deal with this at this point, and this pain and hurt that was actually initiated by them, by the things that they said or didn't say, the things that they did or didn't do, and them realizing that they need to start taking responsibility for their ego. For their part in the destruction of the relationship. Their ego isn't allowing them to take full blame. I feel like the divine feminine, you know, it takes two people to create a relationship and to hold the relationship down. But when one person feels like they throw all their energies to try to make something work in the physical, and it exhausts them, and that's the divine feminine's energy. They've been always wanting to make this work, and they get so drained. At this point, is it worth it? The answer is no. When the divine masculine is in a toxic environment, in a toxic situation, it is in the best interest of the divine feminine to walk away from that energy. It's not healthy, nor does it benefit either party. The situation becomes healthy when the divine feminine becomes healthy. When the divine feminine gives up the control and has patience and understands that what is meant to be will be in divine timing. And once we understand this concept and can show compassion towards our divine masculine, and I know some of you guys are like, oh, hell no, she didn't say that right now. Oh, hell no, this asshole has been cheating on me, doing this, doing that, having baby, like whatever the situation is for you. I get it. And I know this is going to be hard for you, especially those of you who are in a third-party situation. But here's the thing. You have to realize that you could have had your divine masculine at the best time of their lives. And right now, they're not the person that you thought them to be at this point. Some of them have hurt you, like I mentioned, lied, been in marriages, had children from affairs. The situation is that they hurt you very deeply. And when we just show compassion, and I know it's hard, like I said, but it's also to put yourselves in their shoes. A lot of them have issues from the past that they have not healed. A lot of them have inner child issues that they have not come to terms with. And remember, they are mirroring your soul. You both share the same soul. So if you have always been fearful of losing them or them cheating on you, guess what? You're attracting that energy, and it spirals out of control. And this is where we need to realize that in the connection for the divine feminine, we want to come from a place of wanting with pure intention instead of because we're feeling lack and we feel the need to fix someone or the need to control the situation. It's not under our control. And this is what the universe is saying. Hey, you, I know what it is I know what is best. Let me do my job. You need to do yours, and you need to heal, and you need to learn to get out of your own way, and let me do the job, and I will bring reunion to you. That's what the universe was saying. You need to get out of your own way. You need to stop being, oh, hell no, my divine masculine, I'm so over it, because you're not. The reality is you're not. You're listening to this Twin Flame collection reading because you're not over it, because you want reunion. Well, here's the thing, and the universe is really trying to bring this across to everybody. The divine feminine needs to heal completely everything. Otherwise, reunion will not happen. If you are vibrating negatively, if you're thinking negatively about your ex, or your twin flame, whatever the situation is, if you're feeling desperate, if you are completely running away from the situation and not healing yourself, that's your own business, but you're never going to be in reunion. True transformation needs to happen for the divine feminine in order for true transformation in the divine masculine energy. We forget that the work truly comes from us. Our twin flame masculine, our divine masculine, is literally mirroring how we feel deep inside. So if your divine masculine's not talking to you, ask yourself, what is it that you're fearing? What are you doing to prevent it? If you feel like your divine masculine is separating from you, look at your thoughts. What do you feel about the situation? If you feel it's impossible, well, yeah, then the twin flame relationship is going to be impossible. So you want to change that thought paradigm, all right? And again, I know it's really hard, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to get like a bunch of thumbs down on this video, but I'm going to speak the truth. That was the messages that I was getting, okay? And like I said, I know it's hard. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to pull the Psychic Tarot. Excuse me. I'm sorry. The Psychic Tarot of the Heart Oracle cards for the Divine Masculine. All right. So the Divine Masculine energies for December 2018. Messages for the Divine Feminine regarding the Divine Masculine for December 2018 and the Twin Flame connection. What's going on here? I'm just going to shuffle a few more times. I'm going to be silent while I shuffle, though, as I call in my guides, my spirit guides, my angels, past loved ones, you know, the whole spiritual tribe. So just bear with me one minute as I continue to keep going here. Alright, so we have opportunity beckons. So this is the Four of Cups energy. Sorry, my nose is like super itchy right now. This is the Four of Cups card here. And this is about there being an opportunity that's being presented, and at this point somebody needs to make a choice. Somebody needs to piss or get off the pot type of thing. And I feel like at this point in time, the Divine Masculine is in this wanting to really get away from the illusions, wanting to get away from the falsehoods. This is the Seven of Cups energy. I'm sorry, the Seven of Swords energy. So this is about running away. This is about seeking the truth. I feel like the karmatic situations haven't helped. I feel like some of the karmatic situations have continually to perpetuate from the Divine Masculine truly being with their Divine Feminine by either lying, deception, false masks, pretending to be people that they're not, creating rifts within the connection. Yeah, we have Master, which is the Devil energy. So definitely Divine Masculine has been feeling stuck or is stuck. But with this new vitality, okay, this new vitality, the card here, it's about somebody wanting a chance, somebody wanting to move forward, taking a, you know, sort of a leap of faith. We also have, what's interesting enough here is the chakra, the cards here. I'm sorry, the colors of the chakra here. And to me, I feel like needing to balance out the chakras is imperative. And I feel like once we go ahead, sorry, I had a few cards. I would have a few cards that dropped. Once we go ahead with this new vitality card, and once we've gone ahead and cleared out our chakra system, I feel like there's going to be this energy shift, okay? And there's going to be more warmth and enthusiasm within the connection. And I feel like this will raise your state of vibration and truly improve the current relationship with your Divine Masculine. Okay, so I do feel like that is a possibility, but we need, you know, this opportunity beckons. Somebody needs to make a choice. Somebody really needs to find out the truth in the situation and free themselves up. And that's definitely the Divine Masculine. From what? I don't know. I don't know if it's in regards to the karmatic. I don't know if it's in, yeah. I don't know if it's karmatic. I don't know if it's their emotional energy. They have the helpless and hopeless. They're keeping themselves stuck, not knowing which path really to take. And I think it has to do with, you know, with the situations, the karmatic situations that they're in. These tower moments that they're having, trying to run away from what it is that has been holding them back this whole time. I feel like a lot of them are trying to master the demons inside of themselves, or the demons that have been holding them back from the connection. We also have the third eye chakra. So again, as I mentioned to you, when we talk about chakras here, third eye chakra talks about, you know, our third eye, the opening spiritual connection that we have. When this is blocked, we don't listen to our intuition. We can't turn it on, and we become uncertain, and we can't go with our gut instinct. When we clear our chakra systems, any clearing, any healing that we do on ourselves heals our other twin flame. So this is just confirming that the third eye chakra is blocking us from truly seeing, observing, and getting these realizations that we need to have. And this is for the divine masculine, getting the realizations that the divine masculine needs to have, because their third eye chakra is stuck. Okay, their third eye chakra is blocked at this point. And they have been reaching out. Like I mentioned, they have been reaching out to the divine feminine at this point in time. They've been wanting to connect with the divine feminine, not really knowing how at this point in time. So I feel like a lot of telepathic communication has been happening. We have well-deserved reward here. So I feel like a lot of them are now starting to become very perseverant and really resilient, and wanting to push forward in the connection now. Yeah, wanting to rebuild a relationship on a firmer foundation with their divine with their divine feminine. Because I feel like a lot of them there's some sort of deep knowing. They're wanting to strengthen the bond with their divine feminine energy. And in this particular card, I thought that was a baby, but apparently she's sniffing a flower. But anyway, wanting to strengthen the bond, wanting to get close, wanting to repair, like I said, wanting to rebuild off of a firmer foundation, and a solid foundation. And again, this is with the divine feminine energy that the divine masculine wants to head towards. But they know they have to choose their battles, because they're realizing the things that they've done in the relationship, okay, that has caused this sort of separation. Like, I feel like for the very first time, you know, throughout this whole connection, for the very first time, they're actually realizing that they fucked up. And they're realizing that the karmatic situations they put themselves in, they absolutely put themselves in this situation, and they feel fucked. They don't know how to get out. All they know is that they need to be able to master this energy to move forward in order to have this new life with you. A lot of them are trying to manifest you in some way, shape, or form. They're trying to get all of their energy together. This is the Magician card. They're really trying to pull in all their resources in order to get out of the karmatic situation that they're in and really move. And, you know, with this third eye chakra, I think they've been trying to go within and to listen to what their inner heart is telling them, what their gut instincts telling them, but it is blocked. So I do feel like there's some sort of delay in this manifestation process, because that third eye chakra is blocked. They're not able to truly figure out what's real, what's a fantasy, what's delusions, especially if they have a toxic karmic right now, okay? A karmic that is really like a narcissist, a sociopath, you know, or just really negative energy, low vibrational being. Then we have Simply Love. This is the Six of Cups energy. This is about knowing the soul connection that they have, strengthening that bond. This could be somebody that your divine masculine rather, could be somebody who you've known in a past life, could be somebody that you've known since childhood. But I do feel like they want to move towards you. You know, with the Six of Cups, they've been very nostalgic, thinking about the past, thinking about you, thinking about the memories that they share. And they believe in this. They believe in this, and they want to succeed, and they know that they have to continue putting effort forth, and this is where this perseverance energy, they know that they have to keep putting effort forth, that they have to really wiggle themselves free from the karmic situations, and they do believe in this relationship. With this Six of Swords, you're going to be successful, right? But with this card, it also means that the divine feminine needs to also be positive and to believe that this relationship will succeed in order for it to be successful. We also have love abounds. So this is the Ace of Cups. So this is talking about this unconditional love, the love that overflows, this really deep soulmate bond, happiness. The Divine Masculine feels so much happiness towards you, knowing that this is a soulmate connection, really wanting and grasping it, is trying to manifest. They're trying to get out of this helpless, hopeless energy. They're trying to get away from the karmic grips that are keeping them stuck and feeling this way, because they really want to rebuild and strengthen the bond with you. But they know that they have to choose their battles at this point in time. So I feel like a lot of them are not communicating because they're not simply yet ready. They still are trying to heal. And I feel like they feel that the divine the divine feminine has been moving on, and they're afraid, that the divine feminine has been moving on. There's a lot of throat chakra issues. So, I did tell you I am having throat chakra issues myself. But I feel like that's why there's some sort of lack of communication, because they feel the divine feminine going away. The divine feminine needs to do heart-to-heart meditation, opening up the heart chakra. So I feel like you guys, divine feminine, should do a balancing of the chakra system, which can be done online. And it doesn't, you can look up on YouTube a meditation for free. And the divine masculine is looking to find balance at this point in time, looking to see how they can receive, how they can give towards the divine feminine, because I believe in the past it was all about them them receiving, and now it's time for them to give, and now's the time for them to find that balance in that exchange, because I don't feel like there was. They're definitely healing within. They've been feeling quite alone in this process. They've been trying to balance out fairness. They know that they've been unfair to you in the past. They're really trying to nurture themselves with giving themselves some self-love, really trying to escape the control, really trying to get strength and master themselves so that they can't be pulled by karmic relationships. But they want this Two of Cups. They know that this is a soulmate connection, that this is what they truly want, and they're not willing to back down. So the divine masculine at this point, they're doing healing. They're trying to find balance. Yeah, they want teamwork. They want that Three of Cups. They want reunion. They want reunion with you, divine feminine. Okay, they do. But the healing's beginning, and they need to confront their past, their wounds. You need to confront your past, your wounds, your inner child, the things that are haunting you at night. You need to start healing yourself. This situation won't move forward until you start healing yourself, until you start giving unconditional love, utilizing your heart chakra, okay? And eventually I'll have these meditations up for you for purchase, but it's been quite difficult for me lately to get everything all in a row. But this is the divine masculine energy at this point in time. I'm going to stop this energy here, and we're going to follow up in the extended version, which I'll be pulling out tarot cards. So if you'd like to join me, the link will be down below. And if not, this is where we part. I hope this has given you some insight of what's going on with the divine masculine at this time frame. And love and light to all of you. I wish you all love and success during this whole twin flame journey. Know that it is your journey and you cannot compare with others, and you need to do what is best for you at any point. So if it does mean you not getting into reunion with your divine masculine, more power to you. You definitely need to do what makes you happy. All right. So again, love and light and happy holidays. Take care.